All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwab, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. Now, he said a mouthful. And to be honest, I feel like I can make an edifying video through this. Because this is really the mindset of people. But everything that he said is in the scriptures. Now, before I play the video, a lot of people is offended at the Lord. And I don't know if this man is an Edomite. I'm going to say most likely, but you don't know. Because it ain't about how you look. It's about the spirit and the seed that's within a man. So, I'm going to play it, but listen to what he say. I'm probably going to play it a couple times. Let it play through.
You're going to give me freedom of choice? Yeah, I'm going to end up in a titty bar.
At the end. Here we go.
The main reasons I stopped going to church was I just really resented the fact that I was going to get judged at the end of my life. Just didn't make sense to me. It's like, dude, you made me, not the other way around. Like, how is this my fault? I am your fuck up. Like, if I built a car and it didn't run, I wouldn't blame the car and then burn it forever. You're going to give me freedom of choice? Yeah, I'm going to end up in a titty bar.
One more time.
The main reasons I stopped going to church was I just really resented the fact that I was going to get judged at the end of my life.
Now, just from that statement alone, that's the problem with people. People think that they can just live their life any way that they want and don't have to suffer consequences. So he said that he resented going to church because he just hated the fact that you telling me that I'm going to have to be judged at the end of my life. Now, 2 Corinthians 5:10 says that for we all must come to the judgment seat. All right. So when you come to the judgment seat, you're going to be judged on what you have done. So I just quoted that scripture. I'm going to get some.
Just didn't make sense to me. It's like, dude, you made me, not the other way around. Like, how?
All right. So I want to go here. And then I'm going to get Romans. So Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Now, this is one of the scriptures that, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you know this scripture. But when you actually tell this scripture to a person, they get offended. Oh, nah, that's not right. God is all love. So they actually literally start arguing against the word. The same Bible book that we pick up and read that you profess to believe in, when you hear something that you don't like it. Now, the easy answer for this man's argument is God can do whatever the hell he want to do. That's really the easiest answer and the only answer. But to bring more clarification, because people just ain't going to accept that, you got to get the scriptures to back it up. So he said that you made me. I am your fuck up. Yahweh have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So if this man is an Edomite, of course you can't be righteous. Of course you a fuck up. You was made for that, for the day of evil. He allowed you to do all these things. Talk about your people. Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white people since 1681. He allowed you to do all these things in the earth, turn the world upside down. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right. Now the world is on a wicked vibration. You see all the wickedness that happened. All because of you. You are in control of this earth. The Lord said he gave it to you. All right. Now we are approaching the day of evil. Now, oops. Let me get Romans 9 real quick. Because a lot of people just don't get it. Matter of fact, let me get Romans 8 real quick. And this applies for everybody. For the creature was made subject to vanity. So the Lord, he created everything for his purpose. Everything. You did not have a say so. If you watch my videos, this is one of the scriptures I quote a lot, because this is what you need to get through your head. Even the men of the Lord. See, the reason that you are a prophet and the Lord have had grace and mercy upon you to give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the word is because you was a vessel chosen. You did not choose to do this. Nobody had this on their radar. As another example that I always use, when you was a kid, you say you want to be a fireman, policeman, a lawyer. If you was in the hood, you want to be a drug dealer. If you then, when you get a little bit older, because, that's our ceiling. That's the ceiling that they put in front of us. You could be an actor, an entertainer, basketball, football, anything, to make money. Because, we in the hood, you just want to make it. You want to live a good life. So, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, meaning that you ain't have a choice to pick what you gonna be and what you gonna be and who you gonna be and what you gonna look like, what status you gonna have, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. Now, when you go to Revelation 19:6, it talks about how the Lord is omnipotent or omnipotent, whatever way you want to pronounce it. When you go into the word omnipotent or omnipotent, the definition, all knowing, all powerful, he's in control of everything. That's why you are a creature subject to vanity, because you didn't create yourself. All right. You actually came out of another vessel. You came out of your daddy's nutsack and went into your mama's womb. All right. Then came out of that 9 months later. So the thing is that, matter of fact, let me go to Romans 9 real quick. And then go back to the video. And I'm going to read this in the NLT. I'm going to read it in both versions.
Is this my fault? I am your fuck up. Like if I built a car and it didn't run, I wouldn't blame the car and then burn it forever. You're gonna get
the Lord can do that though. You could say that it's unfair. I always say this. What are you going to do about it? You can be mad all you want. You can be mad all you want. You can say this is bullshit. You can say this is unfair. You are a creature made subject to vanity. What are you going to do about it? You being mad ain't going to change nothing. You saying this is unfair ain't going to change nothing. So I always say this. The Lord don't have emotions like us. And what I mean by that is that when somebody die, say if a person get his head ran over by a semi truck, we go be like, oh shit, the Lord ain't doing that. The Lord's like, oh my God, I can't. Like, he's not doing that. He created life and death. He created everything that you see. He understand. His understanding's on a whole nother level. See, while you in this flesh, you are subjected to, infirmities. The Lord don't have none of that. But the point that I'm making is that you can be mad all you want to. What you gonna do about it though? Is it gonna change anything? No.
me freedom of choice. Yeah, I'm gonna end up in a titty bar.
Proverbs 20 and 24. That's the scripture I forgot to get. A man's goings of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way? A man's goings is of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way? And then in Jeremiah 10 and 23, it said that it's not in man to direct his own steps. So there's no such thing as free will. So he's saying, well, if you give me free will, hell yeah, I'm going to end up in a titty bar. No, there's no free will, but that's just the spirit that the Lord gave you. He just gave you a wicked spirit. And there's nothing wrong with being in a titty bar, just to put it out there. All right. But I don't recommend you go to do that because, this is not the time for titty bars. OK, I'm just making an example, but it's nothing wrong. I mean, especially but here's the problem, though, like going to the club, going to titty bars. You don't know if that woman don't have a man or not. Even if she says she don't put yourself in an adulterous situation. But the point is that if you go into a titty bar to look at some titties and she don't got a man, it's nothing wrong with that. You a man. I'm just making an example. But get back to the video. Let's play this one more time. Get some more scriptures.
The main reasons I stopped going to church was I just really resented the fact that I was going to get judged at the end of my.
So like I quoted 2 Corinthians 5 and 10 that we all must come to the judgment seat. And then 2 Corinthians 5 and 11, it said that we persuade men by fear. So that coincide with each other perfectly, because we're telling you that if you don't do this and you don't do that, you're going to appear before the judgment seat, which we all have to. And if you do right, you're going to get judged according to that. If you do wrong, you'll get judged according to that. All right.
Life. Just to make sense to me. It's like, dude, you made me, not the other way around. Like, how is...
You watched it enough. So We're going to start from 17. For the scripture said, even unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in you. And you know the modern day Pharaoh is the ruler of this world, which is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white people. And that my name might be declared through all the earth. And he did that. See, when he delivered us out of Egypt, his fame went through all the earth. All the nations knew about the Israelites and the power of Yahweh. All right. Which the angel that he sent before us was Yahweh Shai. So the world knew, and it's about to happen again. Therefore, have he had mercy on whom he will have mercy on, and whom he will harden. See, the Lord have the power to do that. So talking about, oh, I'm mad that I got to get judged at the end. You made me this way. Woo! Come on now. This is why the scripture says in 2 Corinthians 13:8, you cannot do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. For him to say that without knowing the scriptures, because he's saying that he cannot know the scriptures saying what he said. He would have been like, oh, that's Romans 9, what I just quoted. You can't do nothing against this truth before the truth. So 19, you will say, matter of fact, now I'm going to read the NLT on the right side. All right, let me highlight it just in case, you might be dyslexic or something. But well then, you might say, why does God blame people for not responding? Haven't they simply done what he makes them do? And I always say this, another analogy that I always make if you watch my videos. You know that the Lord hate, as the scripture said, I have loved Jacob and I hated Esau. You know he hate Esau for the simple fact that he is doing everything that this man, he is doing. Esau, Edom is doing everything that Yahweh told him to do. And he's still going to get judged for it. Like I always say this, if you have a child, you tell your child to clean up his room, get good grades, and he do that. And then you turn around and still beat his ass. That's hate. All right. That's real hate. So let's read 20 in the NLT. No, don't say that. Who are you, mere human being? So for the man,
it's my fault. I am your fuck up.
So for the man who said it's not my fault, who are you to reply against the Most High? So no, don't say that. Who are you, mere human being, to argue with the Most High? Should the thing that was created say to the one who created it, why you have made me like this? See? Let's read 21. When a potter makes jars out of clay, doesn't he have a right to use the same lump of the clay to make one jar for decoration and for another to throw the garbage into? So the Lord can do whatever he wants with his vessel. He created you. He can do whatever he wants. All right?
If I built a car and it didn't run, I wouldn't blame the car and then burn it forever. You're going to give me freedom of choice? Yeah, I'm going to end up in a titty bar.
Poor girl. But guess what? Even some Jake feel like that because they don't know the truth. You try to tell them that the Israelites, that you are the children of Yasharallah, they don't want to be that. And then they don't want to change their ways because the Lord require you to change your ways. All right? And to walk in his way. But our people would not have it so. But so I really thought this was interesting. But another one, let me get another one, little other set. This is what people don't get. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created. That's what Adam's name means, from the ground. So everybody came out of Adam in the chosen line too. So say, in much knowledge, the Lord have divided them and made their ways diverse. So let's continue. Some of them he have blessed and exalted. Some of them he have sanctified and set near himself. But some of them he have cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. The Lord can do this. What you gonna do about it? That's all. Like that. That's my argument with anybody who have a problem with the Lord. What are you going to do about it? You being mad, you being sad, you saying this is unfair, is it going to change anything? All right? Hey, you dealing with a power who is very merciful to his children. But guess what? Through his children, as it say in Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So the people's going to rejoice when he set his people up on high. Esau, Edom, you're done. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, the Lord can make you the way he wants you to be made. So man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liking him best. Good is set against evil, life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. And you cannot understand one without without having the other. You can't understand what cold is if you don't know what hot is. You can't understand what evil is if you don't know what prosperity is. All right? You can't understand what wickedness is without righteous. So,
reasons I stopped going to church was I just really resented the fact that I was going to get judged at the end of my life. Just didn't make sense to me. You know, it's like, dude, you made me, not the other way around. Like, how is this my fault? I am your fuck up.
And it's not your fault. It's just the will of the Lord.
Like, if I built a car and it didn't run, I wouldn't blame the car and then burn it forever. You're going to give me freedom of choice? Yeah, I'm going to end up in a titty bar.
So, yeah, hopefully that was edifying, man. But I really thought that was interesting because that's actually a lot of people's sentiments. A lot of people had this thought process, but it ain't going to change nothing. Everything is going to do the will of the Lord. And if you have this truth, call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai. Thank him every day. So hopefully this video is edifying, and shalom.